But if that is not happening, if the impulses are not passing effortlessly, if there is kind of a short circuit, then you stammer, then you stutter, then you forget words. If you want to form better sentences, the myelin shield, which is over the axons that connects the two neurons, should be stronger. Got it? The more stronger the myelin shield, the effortless the current passes. So the myelin shield will be stronger only when hello there, namaste. Sentence formation. I know that this is the area where you are very focused on. I mean, you are really crazy about this. You want to form correct sentences and you are trying with grammar methods. You are studying grammar or you are using different other methods, but you aren't able to form better sentences. And in this video, I'm going to tell you how to overcome this problem. Understand, this problem is not only about English, this problem is psychological. This is here to understand. Plus, this problem is anatomical. We have to understand the anatomy of our brain, how it works, and we also have to understand the psychology. 2 points are there. Well, if you don't have the patience to watch the video till end, then you will be just watching videos, studying grammar, going with the wrong methods in the wrong direction, and you will go nowhere. So I request you to stay tuned, so to watch this video till end, so that you really understand how sentences are formed inside our brain. So before going ahead, first you have to understand sentence formation. Right now I'm forming sentences and I'm operating from default mode network or autopilot network. What I mean to say is, when you are speaking any language which is very easy for you, where you don't need to think and speak, that is called as autopilot mode of speaking. Right now I'm having that mode, but most of you want to be good in communication skills, right? You get nervous while talking, you forget the words, you stutter, your vocabulary just fades away. Why this happens? Because you are not operating from autopilot mode or default mode. You are operating from some other mode that is called as effortful mode. Don't get bored, don't get distracted. It's very simple. When we speak any language effortlessly, it is autopilot mode. When we aren't able to do that, it is effortful mode. Now, if you want to speak fluently and form correct sentences, you have to change your mode from effortful to auto mode. And how it's going to happen? For that, now you have to understand the anatomy of our brain. If you do anything, if you're doing anything, in short, if you develop any skill it can be dancing, it can be singing, it can be developing a new language, it can be writing, you are a doctor, surgery, or whatever it is. When you develop this skill, there is something that happens inside your brain. If you are a doctor, you will understand that. Understand, when you're doing something effortlessly, that's what I called auto mode, okay, autopilot mode, then what happens inside your brain is the neural connections start firing. Neural connections. What are neural connections? Neurons, it's simple. Neurons are connected to each other through axons. And impulses, or in short, electrical current passes through the neurons and they are connected. The more effortlessly the current passes through two neurons, the effortless that skill becomes. I repeat again, neurons are connected using axons. So when the impulse passes from two neurons, see, the more easily the impulse passes from the neurons, the easily you can do any task. I said any task. It can be singing, dancing, or communicating, speaking in a language. And these two neurons are connected using axons. Now, if that impulse passes effortlessly, you speak effortless language, you frame better sentences. But if that is not happening, if the impulses are not passing effortlessly, if there is kind of a short circuit, then you stammer, then you stutter, then you forget words. Now understand, then sir, how to overcome this problem? See, over the axons, there is something called myelin shield. Now myelin shield is the research topic of every neuroscientist. Myelin shield is that cover or axons. The stronger the myelin shield covering, like a wire has a covering. The stronger the myelin shield, the effortless the impulse passes through two neurons. I hope I have made it very simple and hope you are there. Hope I am not complicating things. Okay, now what is our task? To strengthen the myelin shield. Okay, many years before, my myelin shield was very weak. I mean, my English communication was very weak. And today I speak better English. I mean, I'm proud of that. From where I came and today where I am. This happened because my myelin shield is stronger now. It is thicker. It is more stronger, more thicker. And how it is possible? Now, again, I repeat again, if you want to form better sentences, the myelin shield, which is over the axons that connects the two neurons, should be stronger. Got it? The more stronger the myelin shield, the effortless the current passes. So the myelin shield will be stronger only when you don't think about sentences. See, understand, huh? First of all, if you think about sentences, if you think about, I have to frame a sentence, I have to frame a correct sentence, I have to use this tenses and that tenses. If you think about that, you won't be able to form the myelin shield. Try to understand that. Myelin shield is formed, it becomes stronger when, number one, you speak. When you start speaking, that neural connections start getting stronger. That's the reason why I say speak more. The more you speak, the better your language. That is one reason. The more you speak, your brain has the capacity to develop that, to develop the language, but we don't speak. Why? Because we are very comfortable speaking in regional language. Because another reason is we are nervous making mistakes. I mean, we have the fear. That's the reason why we don't try and speak in English. But that's the big problem. The more you speak in English, the better your myelin shield, the better your sentences. Getting it? And if you stop thinking consciously and if you just start speaking, your sentences will be formed in a better way. But if you start studying grammar and try and think about sentences, you won't be able to frame sentences. The first tip is speaking. Second tip is to build that myelin shield, you have to be a regular reader. Every day, at least 1 hour of reading is mandatory. The more you read, the stronger the myelin shield. Getting it? Now, if your vocabulary is weak, you have to work on your vocabulary. That is, you have to read your vocabulary notebook regularly. Now, already have told about vocabulary. And last, if you want to make that myelin shield stronger, you have to listen podcast. I know that you will say that, sir, there is nothing new in this video. There is new. And the new is this point. How long it takes to develop the myelin shield. Understand, myelin shield, that is sentence formation, develops slowly. Understand? And you don't focus on the time. You don't focus on when I will be able to form sentences. If you do that, you won't be able to develop the sentences. What you have to do is, you have to just follow these processes. Just speak up, just read, just work on vocabulary, just listen to a podcast. If you do these 3-4 activities every day regularly, then slowly, maybe it takes 6 months or 1 year or 2 years, depending upon your current level of English. If your level of English is weak, it will take you more time. Got it? In this way, your sentences are formed. I told you 2 things. First, psychology. What is psychology? Psychology means if you keep on thinking consciously about sentences, you won't be able to form sentences. But if you forget sentence formation and you focus on developing the process, if you focus on developing the system, if you focus on developing the right habits, like already told you, reading, speaking, vocabulary, and podcast, your brain will form sentences. Your brain will shift from effortful mode to auto mode. And this is the way sentences get formed. Hope you liked my video. I don't know how much you understood. I tried to make it very simpler. And the most important thing, you are there till end. Thanks a lot. Now you got an idea. You try with this. You try with this. Many of you are trying with grammar methods. You are trying, you are struggling. And you're again trying it. Again you are struggling it. It's not working. Stop it. Stop it. Try a new method, which I have told you. It will definitely help you. Why I'm so confident? Because in my online training, in my institute, I'm training since last 22 years. I have seen tremendous changes in my students. Tremendous changes. That's the reason why I'm so confident about my methods. To be very frank with you, I was not that confident some 10, 15 years before about my methods. Today I'm confident because I have seen the changes. When I make a video, I make it very responsibly. What I say, it's very responsible. I'm very careful about what I say on YouTube. I'm very responsible about my claims and about my statements. I don't want to give any tall claim, any fake claim that to create trouble for me also and for my students also. So I'm very careful about what I say. Today I'm saying this from my experience. I have trained students. I can see the changes. I can see how they're improving. In short, it is R&D, research and development I do in my institute. That's the reason why I'm speaking so confidently. Okay, thanks a lot, dear friends. Namaste. Goodbye.